It's time to clear the air, and we're now mid-season in what's becoming a multi-channel mini-series of Republican presidential debates. Last week there was one on this channel, this week on CNN, and next week on Fox. And although the candidates differ on some aspects of policy, most of them, aside from Mitt Romney and John Huntsman, who are Mormons, claim to be Christians with a strong commitment to the central tenets of Christianity. Which strikes me as interesting because I've been having trouble trying to understand the kind of Christianity these candidates represent. First, biblical Christianity is committed to truth-telling. You'll recall from the New Testament that Jesus himself says that he is the way, the truth, and the life. So how does that square with Michelle Bachmann going on to the Today Show without completing even a basic fact check and relaying the story of one woman who says her daughter developed mental retardation after receiving the HPV vaccine? Every medical institution, as we reported yesterday, has dismissed her story as entirely inaccurate and untrue. So where was her commitment to truth-telling? Or how about Rick Perry telling us all that he couldn't be bought for $5,000 by a pharmaceutical company, knowing all the while that he'd actually received 6 times that amount, and his chief of staff had not only joined the drug company, but was now running a political action committee on his behalf. Again, where's the transparency? Where's the commitment to truth-telling? Where's the Christian walk to go with all the Christian talk? But the second aspect of Christianity that many of these candidates seem to contradict is the command to show compassion toward others, particularly those who are less fortunate than ourselves. During the debate this week, there was a disturbing exchange between the moderator and Dr. Ron Paul, in which he was set a hypothetical test where a young man becomes seriously ill, but he doesn't have any health insurance.
Who's going to pay for if he goes into a coma, for example? Who pays for that?
In a society that you accept welfareism and socialism, he expects the government to take care of it.
What do you want?
But what he should do is whatever he wants to do and assume responsibility for himself. My advice to him would have a major medical policy, but not be forced.
But he doesn't have that. He doesn't have it, and he needs intensive care for 6 months. Who pays?
That's what freedom is all about, taking your own risk.
Compare that response to this. If someone wants to sue you and take your tunic, let him have your cloak as well. If someone forces you to go 1 mile, go with him 2 miles. Give to the one who asks you, and do not turn away from the one who wants to borrow from you. Matthew's Gospel, chapter 5, verses 40 to 42. And I haven't even mentioned the parable of the Good Samaritan. As these candidates come under scrutiny for their fiscal policies and their foreign policies, let's also make sure that they don't get away with talking up a cheap form of Christianity that they think will play with voters. Because some of the things that these candidates are recommending seem a million miles from the compassion and kindness that has long been associated with true Christianity.